kind of want to talk about which city should be the next city to have an NHL team. Um, Obviously Houston, Atlanta, these cities get a lot of attention. They're, front they're in the front row as to which city should be the next to get an NHL team. And I think Houston makes a lot of sense. I think Atlanta makes a lot of sense. But there are other markets that I think that also need to be in the conversation. I think Austin, Texas really needs to be in the conversation. Um, I think that Portland, Oregon really needs to be in the conversation. I think there's some cities that shouldn't have an NHL team. For example, I think the Islanders are redundant. You already have the Rangers. Why do you have the Islanders? I think I would even like the Islanders if they played in Brooklyn more. Just, cross city rivals or something like that. But to have them out in Nassau County, I don't get the reasoning behind that, to be quite honest. If you want to get, New York adjacent or New York City adjacent, you already have the Devils. And I think it's great that the NHL is in New Jersey, especially that Jersey City area, because New Jersey gets very little representation. And to add insult or to add injury to insult or insult to injury, whatever, they actually host a lot of the New York teams. And so they got basically one team that actually represents them. So I'm happy about that. I'm not completely sold on Calgary and Edmonton being a thing, although Canada doesn't have many big cities, and yeah, those cities are big enough to have NHL teams. So Canada needs teams. I mean, I don't want to take teams away from Canada. I don't want to add to Quebec. I would actually kind of like Halifax, but I don't think it actually makes sense. I'm not super against Hamilton either, but then it's like really saturated because you got the Maple Leafs, the Sabres, and then whatever Hamilton team. I'm not the biggest fan of Anaheim and Los Angeles having their own teams. I think San Diego needs to have some love. I wouldn't mind seeing the Jets going right back to Phoenix. I kind of want to see Cincinnati have a team. I kind of want to see Kansas City have a team. And you know what? I think a team in Mexico City might actually make